But people have that 10-year number and they think that their credit's going to be bad for 10 years. And I'm like, no, you're looking at a year and a half to 2 years.
Alexander, how are you?
I'm doing well, Jay. Thank you.
I'm gonna roll anyway. So
yeah.
this is the last question.
All right.
Okay. So we've been going through this bankruptcy series.
Yes.
And we've kind of addressed all the main topics that people really really have questions about. And this is kind of like the last one, right? How long does it take after you file bankruptcy to really get going again? Like, how long does it take to reestablish credit and really just feel like, things are kind of better?
So from filing the bankruptcy case to closing the bankruptcy case is going to be about 4 to 5 months. So you're looking at 4 to 5 months to get done with the bankruptcy. Right after your case is done, you can start applying for new credit. It blows people's minds, but you can actually go get new credit cards right away. Your interest rate's going to be horrible.
Right.
But the way I tell people is go do a secured card first if you can. Like put 400, 500 down with your bank, and then they'll give you a secured card where that's your limit, and just pay that off every month. But you get flooded with credit card offers and car loan offers as soon as your discharge goes through, because there's companies that sell your information about your discharge to credit cards. So like right away you're going to get all these offers again. Capital One wants you back. Eventually Discover will want you back. But you'll get those offers in. You'll get ones that look like certificates from car dealerships. Congratulations on your discharge.
Right.
Yeah, come and buy a Kia. I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Yeah, and so you'll get those offers. Now you go in, again, you're going to get a bad interest rate to start, but you can start building that way. Your credit score will reset to about 500 after you file, but you can build it up with that secured card. You'll go up about 10 points a month as long as you have no new negative credit. Don't get any reports that you're behind or you missed a payment. Try and protect that, but you rebuild that credit. You should be up to 620, 640 within a year and a half. So at those mid-600 credit scores, you'll requalify for a house or your car.
Which was the next question. How soon after that? So I come into your office, I fill out paperwork today, just to get it started.
Yeah.
How long after that can I really jump into a house?
A house, 3.5 years.
Okay.
That's the short answer. Because they'll want to wait 3 years after your discharge.
Okay.
But you're going to need to save a down payment as well.
Right.
Right. So you'll have to have time to save up a down payment. But 3.5 years for a house. Cars, again, right after your discharge, they'll loan you a car. The interest rate will be high. But if you work on that secured card thing first, you can be back up in the 600s, and then by the time you're 2 years out, you should be able to do what most consumer finance things. If you need furniture, you need a car.
Right.
I tell people you're looking at about 3 years of rebuilding. It's not 10 years. People have the 10-year number that it's reported to your credit as a credit entry for 10 years. And you can only file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy every 8 years. But people have that 10-year number, and they think that their credit's going to be bad for 10 years. And I'm like, no, you're looking at a year and a half to 2 years of like really crappy credit where you're going to get bad interest rates. But then really you can push out of that as long as you make those payments on time. And then within 3 years you're looking at you could qualify a mortgage again. So, there is a rebuilding process, but it's not as bad as people think.
Right. And
certainly there's not the stigma that there was about it 15 years ago, right before the 2008 crash.
Okay.
So many people filed locally that now it's just a known thing. People also ask a lot about housing. I have heard of some of the large corporate apartment complexes rejecting people who have a recent bankruptcy or they're in bankruptcy, but really I haven't heard that being a problem for people. I mean, even these big, mega corporate apartments, after you're discharged, they don't seem to care. And then there's so many, for Nevada especially, there's so many private landlords that have small buildings or houses.
Right.
I've never had really people say that, oh, I didn't get a house because I have this landlord that didn't want a person with a bankruptcy.
Do you think that's going to change because of the housing, market right now?
Well, I mean, the housing market's getting more particular anyway, but no,
Right.
I don't think that the bankruptcy is going to prevent that.
Okay.
You know, really, I haven't had that feedback from people because clients do come back for other things to me, and
Right.
people check in. I
Right.
have clients who send me cards years later.
Right.
They'll send me a Christmas card and check in and say, "Hey, what are you doing?" So no, from the feedback I get from clients, it's not really that bad as far as renting places afterward.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right.